Good morning or good day, everybody. I'm glad you're all back with me. Today we are going to do numeric and geometric patterns, as you can see on the screen. And the first part is in two parts, and the first part is investigate and extend patterns. Okay, so we're going to discuss two types of patterns. A list of numbers that follow a particular pattern or order is called a sequence. Each number in a sequence is called a term. Now, terms are usually separated by a semicolon. So here's our example. This is our sequence, okay? Each number is a term and it is separated by a semicolon. Here's another example. This is our sequence. Each number is a term and is separated by a semicolon. Okay, so we get two types of patterns, numeric and geometric. There are more types, but we are going to discuss these two. When given number sequence, we can find the number patterns with either a constant difference or a constant ratio. A numeric sequence is a sequence where we always have to add or subtract a number to get the next number in the sequence. And that is what we refer to as there's a constant difference in a numeric sequence. In a geometric sequence, we multiply and divide to get the next answer in the next number in the sequence. And that is what we refer to. It has a constant ratio. Now, I want you to remember these slides, that you can always refer back to them if you I'm not so 100% sure how to write a sequence or how to refer to a sequence or what type of sequence. Okay, let's explain it further. Now, here we've got two examples of numeric sequences. There we've got a few numbers, 1, 4, 7, and 11. So now if we look at this sequence, we can see in this example, we can see that from 1 to 4, we have a +3. And from 4 to 7, we've got a 3. And from 7 to 11, we've got a 3. So there's our pattern, right? So the numbers are increasing and they always increase by +3. So that is why it will be easy to do the next one. 11 plus 3 is going to give us 14, plus 3 is going to give us 17, and then we're just going to put our semicolons if we want to continue with the sequence. Okay, another example, 2 minus 3 minus 8 minus 13. In this example, the numbers are decreasing because it's a minus, but it's also increasing because the number is getting bigger. It is just increasing on the left side. But in order to get the next number, we see from 2 to -3, we have to subtract 5. And to get from 3 to -8, we also have to subtract 5. And from -8 to -13, we also subtract 5. So now we know we've got a numeric sequence because it's based on a constant difference. And it's easy for us then. So -13 minus 5 will give us semicolon, will give us -18, semicolon, -5 will give us -23, and so on. Okay, so these are two examples of numeric sequences. Now let's look at the geometric sequence. We look at the example 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. In this example, the constant ratio is ×2. So because in order to get from 2 to 4, we can now argue, perhaps if we +2, but then that doesn't work for the next one. Can you see? So now we know that it's not a numeric sequence. We know we either have to multiply or divide. So Times 2 will give us 4, times 2 will give us 8, times 2 will give us 16, so now we know our sequence. So we have to multiply each number with 2 to get to the next number in the pattern. Let's look at this example. 3 minus 9, 27 minus 81. In this example, the constant ratio is minus 3. Now, I'm sure you've worked this one out already because you can see that there's a plus, a minus, a plus, a minus. And the only way that will happen is if it's a constant ratio is a minus number. Why? Because a minus times a plus gives us a minus, and then a minus times a minus gives us a plus. Can you still remember that? If you don't, please go back to those lessons and just refresh your memory, okay? Okay, so from 3 to get to minus 9, we must multiply with minus 3. So a plus 3 times a minus 3 will give us a minus 9. But now to get to the next number, if we multiply minus 9 times minus 3, we've got 2 minus, so we're going to end up with a plus. The next one, if we multiply minus 3 times 27, it's a minus in a plus, we're going to end with a minus 81. So I just put it at the bottom here for you to remember. A negative times a negative gives a positive. Cool. So let's look at a few more examples. Now, there's like a process that you go through if you get a sequence like this. First, you ask yourself if the numbers are increasing. So if you look at this one, you see they are increasing. You can ask increasing or decreasing, they're increasing. And if you have to add or multiply to get to the next number. So you're going to see to get from 1 to 3, you add 2. And now the test will be the next one. So if you go 3 plus 2 is 5, I think we're onto something. Plus 2 is 7. So there we know what this is a numeric sequence because we only have to add plus 2 to every number in order to get the next number. So the constant difference for this sequence is plus 2, which means it is a numeric sequence. Congratulations if you worked that one out before I said it. Right, let's do a few more examples. Here we've got a minus 4, a minus 44, a minus 484, and a minus 5,324. First, ask yourself if the numbers are increasing or decreasing. Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, they are increasing but on the negative side. In order for them to increase, we know we have to multiply, right, with a number. The numbers are increasing, which means they either have to add or multiply. And if we get the difference between 4 and 44, we see that it is 40, right? But the difference between 44 and 484 is not 40. So we know we're not going to add. We're going to multiply. So this means we don't add. We can only multiply a number to get to the next number in the sequence. So now we're going to say, how do we get from minus 4 to minus 44? We multiply by 11. Our test will be the next number. And minus 4 times 11 and minus 44 times 11, the next one, gives us minus 484. We're on to something. 484 times 11 is minus 5,324. So this sequence is a geometric sequence because it's got a constant ratio. And we always have to multiply every number by 11. Cool. Right, now I think it is your turn. Describe the following sequences by determining the constant difference or the constant ratio and state whether the sequence is numeric or geometric. So remember how we do this. You pause and then you do it and you come back to see if you were correct. Okay, right. So let's look at the first one. We've got a 6. Now first, are the numbers increasing or decreasing? They are decreasing, right? And to go from 6 to 3, we're going to have to minus 3. Now let's see if this is going to be the same for the next number. 3 minus 3 gives us 0. I think we've got this one. Minus 3 is minus 3. Minus 3 is minus 6. So we can continue. Minus 3 would be minus 9. And don't forget your semicolon. Minus 3 is minus 12. And so on. So this is a numeric sequence. And it's got a constant difference of minus 3. Okay, let's look at the next one. 5 minus 25, 125 minus 625. And because we've done this in an example, I'm certain you got this one, right? Because the minute there's a plus, a minus, and a minus, we know that we're going to work with a negative number. And from 5 to 25, we're going to multiply it by minus 5. And then let's see if this will work for the next one. From minus 25 times minus 5 gives us a plus 125. And 125 times a minus 5 gives us a minus 625. So this is correct. This is a geometric sequence because we've got a constant ratio, and the constant ratio is minus 5. Let's look at the last one. To get from a 2 to a 1, a half, and a quarter, it is decreasing the number, right? To get from 2 to 1, it is going to be either going to say we divide it by 2 or we times it by a half, right? To get to 1. Let's see if the same will apply. From 1 to a half, you're either going to divide it by 2 or you're going to times it by a half. And the same thing for the next one. Divide it by 2 times by a half. So what do we have? We have a geometric sequence with a constant ratio of a half. So if we're going to continue with this pattern, we're going to multiply a half. That will give us 1 over 8 times a half is going to give us 1 over 16 and so forth. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and then I'll see you in the next time.